It was the kind of day that made you want to stay in bed, a gray sky, wind rattling dead leaves across the pavement, and the chill of early winter cutting through jackets and jeans. 14-year-old Jake Reynolds tugged the hoodie tighter around his face, shivering as he walked home from school. It was another ordinary Tuesday. Nothing special. No excitement. Just school, a heavy backpack, and the constant buzz of worries that seemed to be growing heavier at home, bills, his dad's job hunt, and the silent tension between his parents. He was almost past the corner store when he saw him. An elderly man, thin and stooped, struggling to carry 2 heavy bags filled to the brim with groceries. The man paused every few feet, his arms trembling, breath coming in short, painful gasps. The wind tugged at his coat, and one of the bags suddenly gave way, sending oranges rolling into the street. Jake hesitated for half a second, then ran over. "Sir, here." "Let me help you," he said, already crouching to pick up the runaway fruit. The old man looked up, startled at first. "Oh, that's very kind of you," he said, his voice raspy. "Most folks just walk by." Jake smiled awkwardly. "It's no problem. I've got time." He took the bags from the man, surprised at how heavy they were, and fell in step beside him. The man introduced himself as Mr. Emery, a retired math teacher who lived 2 blocks away. The short walk turned into a long conversation. Mr. Emery shared stories of his teaching days, how his wife used to bake cookies every Sunday, and how much the world had changed. Jake listened more than he talked, something he rarely did. There was something comforting about the man's voice, the way his words painted pictures of a life filled with meaning. When they reached his front steps, Mr. Emery turned to Jake and said, "You have a kind heart. That matters. More than you know." Jake just shrugged. It was nothing, really. But it wasn't nothing. Weeks passed, and Jake forgot the encounter. Life went on, school, chores, and the ever-present cloud of stress at home. His dad, once a regional manager at a tech firm, had been out of work for nearly a year. His mom picked up extra shifts as a nurse, coming home with tired eyes and a forced smile. Jake overheard whispered arguments at night, heard the word foreclosure spoken with dread. Then, one Tuesday evening, the phone rang. Skipped. Mr. Emery. The next day, Jake rushed to the little house 2 blocks down. He knocked, excitement bubbling in his chest. The door creaked open slowly. A nurse greeted him. "Oh, you must be Jake," she said kindly. "Mr. Emery, he passed away last night." The words hit like a punch. Jake stood frozen. "He spoke of you often," she continued. "He told us about a boy who reminded him of the goodness still left in the world. He left something for you." She handed Jake a letter, the envelope shaking in his fingers. "Dear Jake. Sometimes, the smallest gestures ripple into the greatest waves. You didn't just help an old man with groceries, you showed me that kindness still exists, that youth still holds hope. I did some asking around after our talk. It wasn't hard to learn your father's name or his field of work. He reminded me of myself once, full of potential, but stuck in a world that didn't see it. I pulled a few strings. I hope you don't mind. But more than that, I want you to remember, character counts. Even when no one's watching. Especially then. Live well, young man. Make this world a little kinder, as you already have. Yours. Richard Emery." Jake cried for the first time in a long time. Not because of sadness, but because of the overwhelming weight of what one simple act of kindness had done. The groceries, the conversation, the laughter, they had been enough to remind a lonely old man of the world's goodness. And that man, in turn, had changed the course of Jake's entire family's future. From that day on, Jake made a vow. To never underestimate the power of kindness. To always help when help was needed. And to live a life that Mr. Emery would be proud of. Because sometimes, the simplest moments, like helping carry a bag of groceries, can become the turning point of a lifetime. And for the Reynolds family, it truly did.